Hi everyone, nice to have you with me again. Today I'm going to be changing some sail slides off my mainsail. So I just want to talk about these a little bit because this is something that every sailor should know how to do, is how to replace a broken sail slide. So this to me is the weakest link in the mainsail, and it's purposely the weakest link because I would rather have one of these break and having to sew a new one back on than to having my mainsail rip or whatever. The mainsail is a lot more expensive than taking the time to replace these things. I always have spares on board. The reason I'm changing mine today is because the new sail I ordered from my sailmaker, mainsail, for some reason he put on the wrong slides. What happens with the slide, let me just show you on this one here, there's like a groove along here. This one's wider. These are the ones they sent me to replace. And the ones they put on the sail, unfortunately, are much tighter. So what happens when I have to hoist the sail up, it makes it that much harder. But more importantly, when I need to douse the sail, it's not falling down quickly, or actually it's not falling down. I got to go up to the mast and actually pull it down. So that's a pain in the butt. Actually, it can be quite dangerous if you're in a gust and you decide you want to lower your main or maybe even reef it while you're in the gust. Although we should always reef our main before it's needed. I'll give you that, but that's a whole other topic. So what I want to do today is I'm going to be removing the existing sail slides on my new main and replacing them with these ones here that they sent me, or perhaps I might even change them with these ones here. So the idea is for it to be able to go up really easy by hand. Even if you have a larger boat where you can have an electric winch, you don't know that you're forcing the sail up for some reason, so you got to be careful. So even though you have an electric winch, you should always make sure once in a while that, are you able to hoist the sail by hand? Is it going up easily? If it's not, whatever tension that you're getting, it's actually going to be on your electric winch. So a sail should always be easy to go up, whether by manually or by winch, and also should douse. As soon as you release the clutch on the halyard, it should come down on its own, and maybe not stack properly. That doesn't matter, but as long as it falls down, it's a safety issue as well as a luxury issue. So I'm going to talk about what I'm going to be using, the tools I need to do this, and then I'll get on to the deck, and we'll talk about the sail slides on there. So let me start by showing you what the tools are that you're going to need. And these tools, they should be on your boat. These are basic tools, and let me show you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to need, obviously, I need to have the right slides. So make sure you buy the right ones. Have them in stock. Buy yourself some extra ones. These are not expensive. Keep them on board. They also sent me, when they sent me the replacement ones, they had already started the webbing here, but that's okay. I'll show you how to do that right from scratch. I do have an extra roll of webbing right over here. But you see how this is kind of wide over here? I prefer when there's not that much play, but I'm going to go ahead and put those because I think my problem is the width over here, the width of the slide. The little track here, if you will. So I'm going to be putting those. They also sent me, in case I wanted a metal one. These are metal. I'm not sure if they're aluminum or metal or whatever, but I don't want to use these. I have a feeling that this is going to be a lot stronger than plastic. And, you know, I don't want to, I'd rather have the plastic ones that break than a metal one that might not break and damage the mainsail in a gust or if there's an issue. Okay, what else are you going to need? Well, you'll need a sailor's palm. But if you don't have one of these, this is to push the needle through, right? So as you have it in your hand, your thumb comes through here. You push the needle through in there, and you'll see there's little cavities in there where the end of the needle goes through, so you can push it through the web. But if you don't have that, a good pair of pliers is all you need, really. You can start the needle thread through the web and then push it through with this, and then push it out through the side with pliers. So if you don't have a palm or a sailor's palm, that's okay. Just use your pliers. You'll need some webbing, of course. You'll need some good needles. Now, I also bought these at the fabric store. These are large needles. You can use those. I've always used these. My sailmaker happened to send me these. You'll need also some whipping line. So this is the same line you would use to, say, whip ropes or whatever. It's UV protected. It's wax coated, so that'll last a long time. You'll also need to remove the existing one. you'll need. You get that at a fabric store as well. These are just a thread breaker to cut threads and all that without damaging the fabric. Grab yourself an X-Acto knife as well. I would put in a fresh blade in case you do need to cut the webbing, or if you can cut through in between the webbing to cut the line, that would be a lot faster for you. And I have this little device I got at the fabric store. This is like I call it a cheater. So this is actually, you put that in the hole of your needle, and once it's in there, you actually put the thread through here and then push it through the needle or pull it through the needle. So it's a lot easier for blind guys like me that have a hard time feeding a thread through a needle eye. So that's all you're going to need, guys. So there it is. So I'm going to get ready and get my mainsail ready, and then I'll continue. All right, guys. So before I get up on deck and do this, I wanted to show you a bit what I'm going to be going. So this is the slide over here. I'll be sorry. So the webbing is in there. Now you see part of it is already glued or used two-way tape. And then this is going to go through this end here, through the eyelet on the sail. And you're going to come in through here like that. And then let's imagine this is the eyelet of the sail. And then you're going to come back around. Oops, a little bit tighter. You're going to come back around again to have a second pass like that. And what you're trying to do, in essence, is you see where we started the webbing? Hold on here, guys. Hope you guys can see this, but anyways, you'll have a better idea, I'm sure. Actually, let me pretend let me pretend this is the actual sail over here. So I can actually pull this. And now I've got, as you can see, hold on here. There you go. So now I have imagine my sail is through the eyelet here, and then where I started my webbing over here, the end also matches. So if you have a roll of webbing, what you're going to do is I would do this first so you have the right size, right measurement, and then you go ahead and cut this. And if you can, cut it with a hot wire or an X-Acto knife, and then heat up your X-Acto knife blade just to seal the ends here so that it never unravels. I hope this part of the video is good, but I have a feeling you understand what I'm doing here. So this would be the sail, for example. I'm pulling it. It'll be easier. You'll see I'm actually going to put the slide in the mast. That way I don't have to hold this all the time. And then I'll be doing, I'll do the webbing with the mainsail. So that's what we'll be doing. And then we'll be pushing the needle. The first pass, the needle will come through the middle here, out through there, and then around the top, and then through here again, and then around the top. And I'll do that about 4 or 5 times, and then I'll do, once it goes in the middle here again, I'll put, and then go around the bottom, and I'll keep doing that for about 4 or 5 lengths. And then after that, I just tie off the end, and there's a trick to that as well. So I hope that better explains at least a visual of how we're going to be doing this. And I hope I'll be able to show you from the sail without, I don't know how I'm going to do it holding my camera at the same time, but I will try. All right, guys, so this is what I wanted to show you. First of all, these are the slides that came with the sail, and they're very, very tight. So you see the groove in there, the groove between it should be the thickness of this, but actually the thickness of, sorry, it's not focused. There you go. And it's very, very, very hard. And now I tried doing a whole bunch of things. So what I'm going to be doing is the first 3 white ones, the dark ones, by the way, these ones here, these are fine. But the white ones are, just too big. And you see the play here with the webbing. See, I can go up and down. So as the sail goes up, it tends to want to twist this way, and then jams it. And when I want to douse it, it does the same thing. It comes all the way down and tries to pull it. Meanwhile, try to flip this, so it gets stuck. So the only way is I'm going to replace these. I'm going to keep these ones here. These ones are fine. And then you'll see a big difference. So it should go up and down a lot easier once I'm done. So I'm going to do the first top 3 of these white ones and replace them. And I think that will be good enough to do the mainsail will think. So that's what I want to show. But also take a look at how the webbing is done. So you see how they came through here, but they came through the sail here. See how they come through the sail over here and then over here as well. So they got double thing. I'm going to take a look at the other one. So the other ones, it's the same thing. As you can see, they're coming through the front of the sail here on this side of the rope, and then they double thing. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about this here, but hey, I got enough thread. I'm going to be able to do the same thing, and then see if that makes a big difference. So that's going to be 1, 2, and then I have a 3rd one. And each one of these large ones, they put where the batten, the full batten was. So the weight of the batten as it slides. So you can see as it slides over here from top to bottom. So that's another thing that's making it hard for the sail to go up and down, besides these being way over tight. That's just not the right distance over here, the gap. The other ones, if I have any problems, I'll remove them anyways, and I'll just file them so that they make the groove here a lot wider. There you go. So I figure if I file in there, I can easily make, anyways, you'll see. Let me remove the sail from the mast. All right, so there you go. So I'm going to start, there you go. See how I just cut that? So I'm just going to cut all of those and remove this webbing and remove this this slide right over here. So I need both hands to do this, but guys, you get the idea, right? Just cut the threads, and you see with a thread remover how much easier, because it's actually a little sharp in there, so you're not damaging the webbing in case I want to reuse this webbing. So I'm not going to be damaging it all. So I'm going to keep doing that and then get back to you. Hey guys, I wanted to show you the difference. So these are the ones, the white ones are the ones that the sailmaker put on, and as you can see, if I let go of it, it doesn't go anywhere, and I could feel the friction. And these are the ones the proper ones that they just sent me. And look at this, if I just drop it, there you go. That's what you want. You want this to be super loose, so when you hoist, or more importantly when you douse, the whole mainsail comes down. So therein lies the problem. So what I'm also going to do, like I said, I'm going to replace probably the top 3. And then I have 2 more like this. And what I might try to do is, suggested by my friend Tim over at the Lady K Sailing. You can find his link on the YouTube as well. So he actually emailed me and he suggested, why don't I just take a file and make the inside of the groove a little bit wider. So I'm going to see if there's enough material to do that. It looks like there is anyways, and that might solve my problem as well. So I'll replace these ones and 3 of these, and I'll file down the remaining white ones and see if that does a thing. So let me continue on with my task. I just set up my thread. As you see, it's doubled up, so it's going to be doubled up all the way through it. So every time I put the needle through, it'll actually be 2 threads going through, making it much stronger. And so there you go. And of course, I have my rigger's palm or sailor's palm, whatever you guys want to call it. So I use that. I do have my pliers in my pocket in case I need it, and I'll have my X-Acto knife as well. So when I'm done. All right, so that's the first one on the headboard, resewn, as you can see. Maybe not as pretty as the original, but it's going to do the job perfectly, and it can be very strong. Now I'm going to go take the original slide and go see what file I would use to file the other ones. All right, so this is the original one. No, sorry, this is the original one that they send me with my sail, the one I need to replace. And these are the ones they sent me. And you could see, I hope you could see it on the video, but you could see that the inside track here is definitely wider than the white one. As you saw before, these ones slide up and down nice and easy. These ones get jammed up. So now I have my collection of files, which I recommend that everybody should have. You never know. I'm going to choose which one of these files is going to bring me to this size groove, and I'm going to file the ones, not these ones here, not this one here, but the ones on the sail once I know which ones I need to file. Now this is a polypropylene, so it should be fairly easy to file and make my groove a little bit deeper. And that, of course, was a suggestion by Tim over at the Lady K Sailing. All right, just finished putting in all new sail slides, and I wanted to try the suggestion from Tim from Lady K Sailing, as well as a Practical Sailor. And what I did is I actually filed the groove on this last one here, and as you can see, it's moving smoothly. What I did is I couldn't find a flat file, so I used this circular file and matched it to the opening of this slide here, and then all I had to do is in there, I just needed to file inside of there, and that's all I needed to do, and now it's a perfect fit. And so this last one, it's the bottom batten, so it should work really well. If it doesn't, I have another one like this that my sailmaker sent me. So that's it, guys. I'm really happy. It didn't take long. It took literally, because of video and all that, the whole thing took me less than an hour. So again, this is something that you guys can do. So if ever you have one of these that break, you should have some spare ones. You can reuse the same webbing, of course, if you have the thing, because all you have to do is have that cutter, cut the threads, and have a roll of whipping tape. as well as proper needles, and again, either a pair of pliers or a or what they call a rigger's palm or sailor's palm, and that's it. So it really is an easy job to do, guys. So if you ever have one that breaks, be happy that's all that broke, because if that didn't give in, chances are the sail would have been damaged. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a big favor and like it and subscribe it, and feel free to share it as well.